Hey guys, it's me, the dude who talks, and welcome to today's video. So, I finally got to my first gig after coming back from Canada, and I went watching Rivers of Nihil this week. If you don't know who Rivers of Nihil are, they're essentially a technical death metal band with some progressive metal elements thrown in there as well. Formed in 2009, they're from Reading in Pennsylvania, and they currently have 3 albums out, the most recent being the absolutely amazing album Where Owls Know My Name. So, with that, was I glad to have watched Rivers of Nihil live? Or do I wish I'd just stayed at home and just had a long cry to myself, which I usually do? So, yeah, let's find out. Alright, so the first band on was Orbit Culture, and from what I can remember, they're from Sweden. First impressions were that they sounded very old school Metallica, and there was later on, there was more death influence. There was some really gnarly sounding growling from the lead vocalist, which I thought was incredible. There was lots of heavy riffs involved, people were headbanging, which was cool. I think a couple of people tried starting a pit as well, but they failed. Though, I felt there was a little bit too audience participation, but see, I'm not a really big fan of that because I'm a miserable bastard and I like to keep my hands in my pocket when people say, get your hands in the air, get your horns up, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to, I just want to look miserable. But yeah, I did enjoy it. It didn't get me moving that much, but I definitely saw the appeal, and especially the last song they did, that was fucking brutal. So yeah, I enjoyed it, and I should really check them out a bit more. Alright, so next up was Moll, and first impressions I thought was props to the bassist wearing a Nothing t-shirt. That earns brownie points in my book. I've seen Moll before at Damnation Festival, and I was really impressed. Seeing them that night was definitely no different. I thought they knocked it out. Definitely not disappointed in the slightest. The sound was monstrously heavy. The drumming was really loud, blast beat city. Almost very overempowering at some points with the drums. It was just thunderous. Very good atmosphere in their set. A lot of strobe lighting, fog machine as well. It just looked really cool. Set I really enjoyed. They opened up with Penumbra, which I thought was a fantastic opener. And what I did like was when the lead singer got into the crowd and started screaming. I thought that was really cool. And they seem to have left a really good impression on the crowd with them chanting Moll. I didn't think they would be well received. I thought they were a little bit the odd one out on the bill, but I'm glad to have been proven wrong. So yeah, Moll knocks it out the park. So the last support band was Black Crown Initiates, and I actually liked these guys on Facebook a few years back without actually knowing what they sounded like. So I was like, oh, they sound a bit like proggy metal. I was like, fair enough. So yeah, they had the whole style down, definitely. But I don't know what it was, but they just didn't click with me. It was everything was there, obviously. The heaviness, the musicianship, the style, but I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. I thought it was a bit long-winded with some of the songs. I don't know. It's some of the clean vocals, you couldn't hear them over the mix, over the live mix, I mean. And yeah, it just didn't resonate with me. And it's a shame because they actually seem like really nice guys. And the guitarist had an epic beard and he had a really good sense of humour too. But obviously it might just be more of a grower than a shower, really, for me, in my opinion. But yeah, didn't click with me, unfortunately. Sorry. Alright, so after Black Crown Initiate, I went to the front of the stage and I was waiting for Rivers of Nihil. Luckily, I didn't have to wait that long because they were just ready to go. and boy, were they ready. Opening up with Rain Eater. This was kind of a taste of things to come because the crowd were getting warmed up for this song. Though it was when they were starting to play the full album of Where Owls Know My Name was where things were going to start going off, and they did. After the intro, Cancer and Moonspeak, the pit started opening up like this for the Silent Life, and man, it went absolutely crazy. If I wasn't so tired, I would have joined in because it looked absolutely mental, but yeah, I was a bit of a wimp. So yeah, they carried on this intensity, especially with the song Old Nothing, which had the crowd just going even more ballistic. And what I did enjoy especially about the set was the inclusion of the saxophone player. I think it worked just as well live as well as on the record as well. Most of the band members even cleared the stage for him, so he could just do an awesome sax solo. You know, I wish more bands would just include the saxophone. I don't think there's just enough bands that just use it. I think it's an awesome instrument. And yeah, they really got the crowd pumped, and they just knew how to do it. It was just, the two vocalists worked really well, and everything was there. It was just heavy. It was just, you know, what I wanted from a live set. And I was really glad to have catched them perform Where Owls Know My Name in full, because that is an absolutely incredible album. Now, yes, I think they did an encore, and I sadly missed that because, you know, I'm shit. So yeah, it was a cracking set. Okay, so I didn't get any merch, so that was me talking about Rivers of Nihil at Rebellion Bar in Manchester. Were you there? Please let me know what you thought about the gig down below in the comments section. Like always, if you enjoyed watching me ramble on for about 8 minutes or so, please like and subscribe or consider sharing on Facebook and Twitter or whatever. So yeah, I'm off to watch Sleep tonight at the Manchester Ritz. Looking really forward to that. I've seen them before in London when they headlined one of the Desert Fest days. So yeah, that should be fun. And yeah, all I've got left to say to you guys is I've been the dude who talks, and you guys have been fucking awesome, and I shall see you soon. Still here. Alright, well, the video's ended, but while you're still here, I'll just let you know there's videos to the left and right of me. So yeah, get watching if you want. Talk about cool shit like music and live stuff where I go to gigs, talk about Vinyl Hall and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, fill your boots.